What is up, everyone? Sorry it took me so long to record another video, but you're back at Big T's Redneck Repair, and today we're working on a Honda Gx160. I meant to record videos. I either just didn't feel like it about this motor, or I just didn't feel like it. But it has a governor delete because the gear inside, I think I got it in here somewhere. Yeah, I have the gear for it. The literal, here's all the parts, or most of the parts for it. It's kind of hard to tell, but this was, I don't know how it's supposed to be put on, but it was off of this, and it kept hitting the crankshaft. You can kind of see there's the lines on it from it getting scraped and stuff, and like just kind of that stuff. So I had to get rid of it, and I was like, oh, what am I what's the point of me doing buying another governor if I'll just governor delete it. I got a new carb because the old one was super corroded. Everything was, I couldn't get the emulsion tube out, or I couldn't even get the jet out, and I said, I'll just buy a new one. So I got a HIPAA carb, or HIPAA, as you can see. Pretty good carb. I had to make my own linkage. I have it the spring set all the way because none of the parts inside this thing are forged yet. The valve cover, the tube of it started literally disintegrating, so I don't know if I'll buy a new valve cover or I'll just plug it or something. I mean, I have tons of plugs, miscellaneous stuff in here, so I can figure something out. I think the fuel, it's getting too much because I think it needs vacuum too, because the air box for it cracked and stuff. So I said, oh, I'll just try making a beer can one. And, it actually doesn't look too, this thing looks pretty cool. Not gonna lie. So I have to spin it over with the drill. It has tons of compression. I mean, it runs good, or it did. It never actually ran, but I think I didn't know if it was getting too much fuel or too little, because it would run on choke for about 5 seconds, and then you would try to give it some throttle and it would just die. So I thought, oh, maybe it needs a little more. I know there's, no vacuum or whatever in here. Nothing's blocked for vacuum. So I gave it some more fuel, but now it just doesn't want to start. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to maybe block the hole in the carb. I forget. I think it's the top hole. It's kind of hard to see. So I think it's like a hole like right here on the carb, what needs to get blocked for vacuum. And maybe I'll block it, and I don't know, this one might even work, and then just drill like a hole or something. It doesn't have a hole right now, or I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. Maybe I'll just drill a hole in it to get it to get at least some air, some vacuum. I don't know, but this motor has been kind of, not treated the best, I know. Everything, the fuel tank's all dented, everything, it doesn't work too bad on here, and it's not actually that, bad. I spent maybe, I think, what, 10, maybe $10, $15 on a carb, all the linkages and this plate, because this is going to go on I'll make a video about it when I get all the parts in, but it's going to go on an old bike. I have the clutch and everything. I just need to go get the I just need to get a new sprocket and chain, because the chain on the bike right now doesn't have a master link, and I looked for about an hour and never found it. But I bought one with the cable, both ends. You can get a cable, throttle cable. So right now it shouldn't have that much RPMs, as you can see, because it's, I have a limiter on it. So the fuel, I know it's got fuel on off works. Everything works on this as it should. I know it'll start, it has spark. I took this off and it, you can hear it. I can't tell what is it coming from, but as you can hear, she has compression. So I can't see why this thing can't work. It has gas. I know it's got spark. I adjusted the spark. It's kind of hard to see. There ain't no light in there. You can kind of hear it. I don't know if you can hear it on the mic, but I think this, today, I'm going to try to get this throttle worked out. Try to plug so it can get some, vacuum in here, so it can actually suck it in better. And yeah, I mean, this thing hopefully can work, hopefully. So let me go get all my tools out and everything for this, and I'll come back with you. Also, this design right here, you have to move the valve cover to get this. I think there's supposed to be a spacer for the idle screw or whatever. I think there's supposed to be a spacer, but it never got a spacer, so I have to take off the bolts to the valve cover, take it off, tighten it. Also, the valves got adjusted. Surprisingly, the spark plug I know works, so I'm gonna go get all the tools, and I'll come back in a second. Alright, got all the tools. I usually just use a electric drill plugged into the wall, because I have to use it anyways for the flywheel to get it spinning, and it busts these nuts off pretty good. So I know it still has an oil sensor. I mean, take a look. I can't get it undone right now, but take a look. Got all the tools I might need. I know I'll need the needle nose. It's got a bunch of extenders, so all the sockets and stuff, and all that stuff. So got all my screwdrivers and stuff for the tuning. So first off, what we have to do is, I'm trying to get you guys set up, is I have to get something to prop you guys up. It's a lot harder than I thought. I'm trying to stack you guys up with some golf balls. But, it's pretty hard. Alright, there. So we have to get this nut off, and to get this can on the studs, since threads don't go all the way, there's nuts in here what are packed in there. So we have to get all of them off. You can kind of see that they're packed on there. And so that means we need, forget what size it is. I think it's a 12. So let me get a deep well. 12 extender. Let me try a ratchet. Okay, got me. Can't tell if it's getting on there or not. Let me try the other one. Yeah, there we go. Alright. if it came off yet. I think that one's loose. So, actually, let me just use the drill. I got this little drill adapter. It can be used on an impact or whatever. So, maybe I'll just use that. Drill takes it off pretty quick. So, let me get that set on there. Alright. Alright. You need it loose. There we go. I think it actually took the whole stud out. Yeah. Huh. It took the whole stud out, actually. Which is fine, I don't care. But, yeah. Huh. But you can see I had nuts packed on there. So, let me go put this in the vise right behind you. And I'll just have to bust it off that way. Which, whatever. This motor hopefully will work. I mean, I know it's also cold outside, so maybe it won't work the best. But it's been sitting inside for a little bit, so it should, I mean, in theory, run. Alright, let me get the drill. Actually, I'll just take it off with the ratchet. And she is off. Good. I might need to pack one more nut on there. I think what happened is it got to the end of the thread and it just couldn't, you know, grab on. And it got to the end of the thread and it, you know, got caught or whatever. Alright, that one's loose. So, let's just take that off. Actually, let me thread. Should I? No, I'll put the thread in. It's not taking off this thread, so. Or this stud, so. That's what I meant. So. I don't know if it came out. Pop it back in the drill. Takes a little bit. Should be able to get it out. No problemo. It's like right there. Alright. As you can see, so each stud has 3 bolts on it. I don't plan on taking this off again, but this beer can design isn't prettiest, as you can see, but it does get the job done. Works pretty good. I mean, I probably will at some point just buy an aftermarket filter, but let me get this out of this vise. Alright, yep, as you can see, studs all gone. So I can't tell if it got rid of the threads. I think it did, that's the issue. So let me go see if I can get a what is it called? A thread restorer kit. So I can try to see if I can clean up these threads. So, hold on. As you can see, got our thread restorer kit. Let's see if we have the right size. I would assume so. So it's probably an 8, if I had to guess. No, smaller. 6, hopefully. Alright, so it's a 6. So let me go put this back in the vise. I'll probably need to get it's a 13 or it's a ½ inch. So let me go get a ½ inch deep well and start. I accidentally just took it off. This motor is I mean, yeah, it's clean, these threads good, but what I was saying is this motor, I mean, I looked at the piston I took off the head, and it looks immaculate. I mean, it looks great, so. I can see it shaving off all the metal. So, hopefully it's cleaning the thread. I mean, looks like it, so. I have more studs for them. They're just a little bent, but I'm sure these will clean up just fine, so I'm not that worried. Time to take it off. Got to the ends. Alright. I think they cleaned up pretty good. There's a little hard spot. I'm just gonna clean it up. Spend a little more time cleaning it up. Alright, I think that's good. Should be at least. Looks like it gave it more thread. And all it was a little 6 size nut. Use a ½ inch on it. Fits like a glove. Or 13. Also works too. But let me go see what these studs look like. Oh yeah. Gave back the let me try to get it to focus. I don't know, it might not show up. But yeah, these threads, it gave it back its thread. The vise, I should have probably put a towel down. You might be able to see the gouging of it. So let me get some, maybe some, I don't know if I have a little bit of sandpaper. And just trying to get rid of the gouging. I mean, kind of, flattening it out. Alright. Oh yeah, cleaned up good. So, stud threaded good. So let's let me get these studs back in. So how do you get, what's the best way to, also I'll have to do this stud, but I'll just do it on the machine. How do you guys tighten head studs, or, not head studs, carb studs down? I thought it was supposed to be, you know, I mean, a bolt, you know. It's kind of like, I need to do it a little bit more. So let me actually just use this. I need to flip it. Stupid. Alright, let me... Alright, there. And then go on here, I think it is. I think it needs... I don't know if it's biting it good. Might need a fully I don't think these are the right bolts for the stud. It's the problem. I think, at least. Let me try this again. Oh yeah, I saw it tighten it down. Alright. So yeah, I'll have to go over this again. I don't think these bolts are the right. I don't think they're the right ones. Let me do this. Yeah, I can see the threads on both of these are absolutely trashed. So I'll need to try it again. Which, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Alright. Let me see. Make sure you guys can still see. Alright. So, I'll have to go over this again. Which, whatever. Yeah, whatever. I mean, I got some bolts in. Let me see. I think, what did I say? It's a 1/2 inch. So, yeah, all you gotta do is thread it kind of like that. This one, I'll probably just use the drill to get it going faster. Cleans the threads up. That's why it was wobbling. I ain't have it clicked in all the way. But yeah. Cleaned up the, you can see it just taking off these threads. But cleaned up that pretty good, so gives it a nice bite. I don't know, I think 10 mils are all this machine really has. The valve's 10 mils, so... yeah, gave back the thread pretty good. So, as you can see, threads on. I like doing it by hand when I get it done, just so I can feel if there's any, you know, bad spots or whatever. Alright. I'll do it to that stud too. I know these are tightened down all the way. I didn't see them move or anything. So, I mean, should technically... Let me try to get it started there. This thing should technically be, pretty good. It has a gasket in the back. Valves are adjusted. That really made a big difference. Before, it didn't feel like it had any compression. What valve? I think it was the exhaust valve. No, the intake valve. I don't know. I don't know which one was off. I forget, but yeah, it didn't have any it didn't have any compression. And I adjusted the valves. One of them were way off. Did that, fixed it. So yeah, can't complain about that. Fixed the compression. I don't know what nut is supposed to go on here though. I know it's a 10 mil. I don't know if I have one though, like around. I mean, I might. There's a possibility. Let me check in the... I have some nylon lock nuts. Let's see which one, fits or whatever. This one might. Like a glove, almost. Until it gets that nylon. Yeah. So what, this size? Yeah. So, yeah, until it hits the nylon, threads on perfect. Alright, so we'll change out those normal bolts. Threads might be damaged on them, but we'll keep them around, but we'll change them out to try to save these studs from any more. Yeah. So, let me actually, while I'm here, let me go change the... I think, what is it supposed to be? Like 2 turns out? Yeah, this is not 2 turns. This is... We're at 3, 4. Yeah, we're way too far out. That's probably why this thing won't start. Too much fuel, maybe. Alright, let me get it in there. Till it won't anymore. Alright, there. So I think it's 2 turns out, and since it doesn't have a governor, I'll do 2.5. And see that. So there's 1, 2, 2.5. Yeah, and before it was like out almost here, so that should maybe fix our issue. I don't like that valve cover, how I can't get a screwdriver to fit in there, but let me try this. See, just stacking washers, that's all you gotta do. Just put the washers on. So yeah, I can see the problem. It needs another, I need 2 more of these. Let me see if I have any. Alright. Let me see if these will fit. Dropped one. Sorry. Yep, perfect. Alright, so we'll put those on there. Let me see what size this is. Who knows, maybe we made it a 10 again. I think it's still 12. Let me see. Yeah. Maybe a 10. I don't know. We'll just try 12. So, this, I'm not going to, oh no, here. Oh. This is the screwdriver I usually use, and I just found it. I didn't know where I put it, but let me change this out for a 12. Let me try one of these. Let me put it so it can tighten. Let me taking too long. Let me get in. Let me get an adapter for nut driver. Dang. It only goes up to the only bit I have only goes up to 10. And 10 probably doesn't fit if 12 fits. So let me go take off that I didn't want to take it off the drill, but there, let me get the, where did I put this socket? So let me actually get a, I don't need it that high, so hold on a sec. Right there. It's like it ain't grabbing really, but I don't know. So we're gonna try it, I guess. Let's turn that fuel on. Choke. So I think, I forget what hole needs to be blocked. Take out my nifty thingy. I don't remember fully. I thought it was a top one, so don't think any of these are gonna fit. That one might. Let's see if I get a smaller. No. I think we try that. That might work though. I mean, it might stop the flow a bit, but all right. Let me try that. I think it's the 3/4. Turn that on. Let me make sure there's no. It won't start if there's not enough oil in it. So let's try. Let's just see. All the oil I put into it is not new. I don't, until I know it runs good, it's not gonna get new oil. You know. I know all the oil what I have is not contaminated though. So let me go see. So there's 12. Need this adapter again. Alright. And yeah, the oil. So let me just get that all put together. Alright. So check it. Just get yourself pliers. Try not to break it. And I mean, it looks fairly decent. And I don't see oil leaking anywhere, so let me just get a flashlight. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it's good enough. I mean, it's up to like, there's only like 2 more threads that can go up, so it's good enough for right now. I'm not worried. So I plan on building this motor, putting a piston, a rod, and valve springs in it. And by then, I think it should be pushing at least 8 to 10 horse. So, I mean, this carb's going to get new, bigger jets in it, which I thought maybe I'll try drilling out the jets. I don't know. But let me try it. Accidentally spun it. This thing's high torque, too. But, hold on. Alright. Fuel's on. Sometimes I haven't checked this connection in between these. Sometimes these get rust. I know this was sitting outside for a couple of months. So I just like, checking if there's rust or anything. It'd be nice if I could get this one back on. I plan on putting a zip tie on this once I all know it's, all good. That one's a little, might need a little sanding on it. It looks a little, I don't know. This one's just for the oil sensor, so. Alright. Oh yeah, that's better. So, we plan on putting a zip tie over all this when can. Make sure it does the clicking. So you know it's in there. I mean, I should probably just put a zip tie on it now. Helps it from getting snagged. So. Alright, got a set of zip ties. I mean, I think there's supposed to be a cable, like, thing on it. I forget what they're called right now, but, Zip tie also works just as good. I want it to be not touching the block, because obviously heat. Alright, there. Let me go get some, the needle noses have cutters on them. Let me just see. Man, these cutters suck. I know I have another pair in there, but also got my good old scissors, what work just as good. Alright, so that's good. Happy I got that put away. Nice, out of the way. Connections should not go anywhere. I know spark, it's got spark, should have everything around. Need to get it over the compression stroke. Right there. Alright. So I'm running into an issue already. This is just starting to fall out. It might help if I warm the block up somehow. I mean, I could just get a torch, go into the exhaust, kind of, you know, help her. I mean, maybe this side, I'll take away this stud. So, that's also what I'm going to do. Rats. I'm going to take off that drill again and off, so. It's kind of. I think it's a 12, right? No, this is a half. No wonder why it wasn't fitting. There we go. So, I'll take off. I mean, it wouldn't hurt getting an air filter. I plan on getting it, but I don't want to throw more money at it if it ain't gonna do its job, you know? So, before I get this on, let me put a few washers on there so that same thing doesn't happen where it takes the stud out. Should have a washer around here somewhere. Or I know I do. Jesus, where is it? There it is. I have a few in here. Just kind of stack, you know, so it doesn't hit the end of the thread. Yeah, that should be good right there. Still has a little bit left. Oh yeah, that ain't going over. It's tight as hell. This one, good, maybe, oh no, yeah. There we go. Also, guys, if you have anything, other suggestions about what I can do, how to improve, let me know. I mean, you know, my skills, I'm working on stuff. I mean, I watch a lot of, you know, YouTubers or whatever, like James Condon, something like that. James Condon, and you know, I also watch Mowers and Blowers, and, you know, what's that, Sean's Garage, I think it is. You know, just like little channels like that will tell you how to work on your stuff, and that's usually what I do, and that's how I, you know, learned to do all this. So let's try this again. Maybe I'll block this one. Took it right off. Trying to start. It's trying to. I can feel it. I think give it some choke. Not a lot. Some. I don't think it's getting enough fuel, maybe. I think it needs to get warmed up. I think give it some more fuel should help, maybe. I don't think it's getting enough. Let's see, can I sneak that in there? Yeah, see, this valve cover's in the way. It's like this little bend right here. So let's get that out of the way. Where is a 10 mil? There is a 10 mil. Get an extender on there. Oh yeah. Hey, get on there. All right. This also will eventually probably need a new head. Wouldn't be surprised. Let's try that. But I'm saying that because the threads on it are stripped, which I could just get a bolt, put a nut on the end. I mean, I can with all of them. Looks like at least most of them. So, only one really threads in. And, I mean, this motor was literally 25 bucks. I probably put maybe, not even that much in it. Maybe 20 bucks, so it's 45 bucks maybe. Maybe. So. That's when you just kind of go back around. I know this motor, when I bought it at a garage sale, it only had a throttle cable on it, and I found out the end of it actually went to an air compressor. So, I mean, good chances that either the air compressor tanks rusted out, or when I got it, that governor spring, I mean, when it would start, it would fly, the RPMs would to the sky, and then it would just kill itself. So, let's try to, I mean, does it look like, is that fuel? Yeah, that's fuel. So, let's try this again. I adjusted the fuel flow, so we'll see what happens. Maybe the idle might be too high, too. Screwed here. I don't know what the idle should be. I mean, right there doesn't seem bad. It's holding the, oh, what is that? Not the pilot jet. Is that? I forget the name of it. But it's holding something in, so. I think actually, let me go try to plug. Because it's not getting any, you know. I know you know. So maybe I'll plug this to keep some heat in it, maybe. Let me go get a little. Let me just get that. Just kind of. That didn't work. But I think that's the only problem. I think it's getting the fuel it needs. It just isn't getting the, you know. I think a piece of grass just came out of there. It wouldn't surprise me if it did, but. Trying to get the correct stopper in here. Like, this stopper would work, but it just doesn't fit. It would be a snug fit, but the correct way, I mean, right now I can probably just put a piece of tape over it, electrical tape, which, you know, it might not stick, it might, I don't know. We'll just get our trusty old scissors. Got our piece of tape. This tape is also old. There. That is not, I mean, covered it, but needs to get reinforced at the ends, like up here. Right there. And one more place. Right here. So, hopefully, yeah. I mean, hopefully it's getting enough, you know, suction or whatever. Let me put one more piece just to keep them held down. It's cold, you know, valve covers always have oil on them, you know. So, how to fix that? I could probably just get some heat. Just some propane torch, little bit of heat. Crank it up now. Turn it low. So, this exhaust has always smelled terrible, though. But, alright. So, let's give this, you know, we got some heat on the exhaust, heat on the valve cover. I just don't remember what hole it is to, you know, give it that, air. What gives it that air? I just forget. I think it's this one. I mean, let's try it, because it also doesn't have a vacuum from the air box. So if I'm going to get an aftermarket, I need to get a filter for this thing. I need to get a new valve cover with the filter, and then get the adapter and all that stuff. But let's try it. think it's just not getting enough. Maybe take this out. Maybe it needs some more air. I don't know. You know, not always a bad idea to go. I mean, should be getting enough fuel. I'll make sure again. I mean, the tank I can see has enough, but you know, yeah, looks enough in there. So should be getting it. Don't know why it's not. Maybe we should give it some help. Maybe. I don't know what to run it with, but I don't think I got any starting fluid, at least. Yeah, I don't see any starting fluid. We got a little bit of brake cleaner. Should work, technically. I don't see why I don't want. Maybe give it some help. Of course, the brake cleaner bottle's got stuff in it, but I ain't shooting. Of course. Maybe the cylinder's flooded, because when I stopped doing it, when I adjusted, thinking that it needed more, you know, when it needed more fuel, maybe it's flooded. I mean, we've been cranking on it for a little bit, so I don't think it should, but I think the only sockets I have are for the bigger ratchet. What is it? I think it's a 7/8 on this thing. It's always nice, yeah. Taking off the exhaust on this helps tremendously, I know. So, I think that's a 12, that exhaust. So, let me go get a 12. Yeah, 12 works. Let's put it around here. This thing's got tons of torque, boy. Yeah, I mean, it smells like fuel, so maybe it has, I don't know. There's no gasket on it now, on the exhaust, but whatever. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but yeah. So to get the bigger ratchet, gotta get over here, and I'll just crank it, you know, a few times without the I'm gonna get the ratchet. And yes, the hole in the governor is stopped by a bolt, so tired of cranking on it. So let's see, or what is it? It looks pretty. Oh yeah, She might be flooded. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a bunch of yeah. Smells like gas, so she might be just flooded. We might get lucky. I don't know. Let's just crank her over kind of slow. You know. Shut out at least something. So, alright, at least we know, that's decent now. Let me get a paper towel. I mean, it's got kind of a lot of carbon on it. Let me go try to see if, I mean, I know it was igniting. Let me get a rag too. Wipe off that spark plug hole. Yeah. She's a little dirty. I mean, a new plug, it might benefit from it. Let me make sure we ain't lose spark. You know? Losing spark on this thing might be contributing. Oh yeah, that is perfect. Let's see. You guys can't see it, can you? The way it's grounded though, but yeah, that is perfect spark. I mean, yeah, it's hard to drill in here and show you guys. Man, that spark is perfect though. Perfect. I mean, that is seriously good spark. Except the top of this, the top like spins off this. But I mean, I don't know why it does. I mean, hey, if it is still having spark, whatever, I don't give a damn. Let me get on, be mercy. I mean, it should get a new recoil, or not recoil, it should get a new, what is it called, spark, whatever it's called, not recoil, I don't know why I'm thinking that, but, you know, it's a little cracked, kind of rusted. It might benefit from a new plug and that, but hey, it's working, so I don't care. Oh yeah. All right. Good enough. good enough. Alright. Maybe it's not getting spark inside the block. I don't know. I mean, should be warm enough in there. That's the thing. I always work on this stuff when it's, you know, cold and everything else, and it doesn't want to start because it's cold and, you know, just all that stuff. But let me go get this exhaust on. I mean, this motor, if I get all the right parts for it, I couldn't see why this shouldn't run. I thought about just drilling out the jets. I think it just isn't, you know, getting enough fuel. I mean, that's really the only explanation I have for this. Get this. Torque. Yeah, that ain't going nowhere. It's like shaking the cage. Alright, let's just try it again. It's like kind of like leaking though. Like out, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's fuel. Oh, yeah, it is fuel. It's like it's not going into the block. I think it's just jets. I mean, if I can get it running, I'll buy, you know, all the right parts to get it running. I mean, I couldn't see why this couldn't run. Besides vacuum. That's what I really think, but I don't know. Let me maybe not push this down all the way. Maybe just right there. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Yeah, I mean, it wants to, just can't. I don't know. I mean, I have mixed things of what's wrong with this and what and which and what. I mean, I really think it will. Why it won't, I have no. I mean, it's obviously a fuel problem. I know that. It's getting spark. I think it's just vacuum. I think if I get valve cover, bigger jets, I mean, that's really all I can think of, you know? So, yeah, I mean, I know it's getting fuel. I know it's getting, you know, I know it's getting everything. I mean, I just didn't record what it wasn't getting or whatever, what it wasn't getting, but that's all I can think of. So, what's next plans for this? You know, I mean, I know in the, yes, get you off the stand. I know, it's gonna be getting, I know it's almost summer. I got some on that Craftsman GT 3000. I got a lot of ideas for it. It's gonna get maybe, I know it's getting a crank seal on it on the top end under the flywheel. It's leaking pretty bad. that'll get replaced, and maybe even the hydro's getting replaced too. Not replaced, but rebuilt. The pumps, the 10cc and the 21cc pump. I've never done it, and I think it would be kind of a cool video. But yeah, happy I made a video. Sorry I didn't post in a while, but if you guys have any comments or whatever, or anything what can really help me figure this out, I'm mostly a one-man show, so I ain't get that much help. But if you can kind of tell me, just stuff what can be helpful and stuff, I think it'd be pretty I'd appreciate it. I mean, I don't know what else to kind of get for it, so I mean, other than fuel, I mean, whatever else you guys can help me with. But all right, I'll talk to you guys in a few. All right, have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. All right, goodbye.